Well, trading is closed on the 31st of January 2022. We always start with our disclaimer. It's my plan for tomorrow, February the 1st. Remember, I can be wrong and all trade should be at your own risk. Look for the pattern with the early low. It tends to be a rally day with a high in the final hour, so we got that. Tomorrow should also have the early low. We were hoping that Friday's high would close, and that Friday's close would hold. And if it did, I had a much lower target of 43.0882. I said obviously that didn't hold, so time doesn't run out for this till early tomorrow, but it's not going to print. We're going to have to add it to the list. We said if that close held, we could have a big move down, but it wasn't guaranteed. We went up. I didn't really have a good plan as far as what to do. A new target was generated today, 44.62.94. If we continue higher, we have 45.70.94. And if the Fed whipsaw works, it'll be over 4,600. Doesn't work every time, but it works often. Let's see what happened today. Early on, this rally was called false. We retraced. The move up came too soon, gives us a target of 44.62.94. That's the call by early Thursday. We did get a signal in the afternoon to buy, but the minimum target printed immediately. It also generated a lower target, which is in the webinar, but not in the book, and that one also worked. We do have a wall into the close, so there is a chance of gapping down. If we continue higher, my wave count's going to be in trouble. Let's find out where we are. We moved over the 200-day moving average. For this break to be meaningful, you have to go past the close today by 1 cent. If you gap down, this break doesn't count. We did stop right at the 50% move, so that is a resistance area. Doesn't mean resistance has to hold, but if we reverse from here, you can explain it. Well, here's the count we have. There's very strong Fibonacci resistance here. You have an ABC up with C equal to A. You've got a 78.6% retrace of the prior wave down, and you've got a 50% retrace of this whole leg. So you do have Fibonacci resistance right here. If you look at just this last leg up, this gold C, it's easy to count 5 waves up. You've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 3, 4, and 5, and wave 5, as it often does, is exactly equal to wave 1. So if this is an impulsive wave for C, you can count 5 waves, and if we stop right here, it ended right at today's high. If we do stop there, this count argues for an impulsive wave down, which very likely will erase all of the gains of the last 2 days in impulsive style. But if we go much higher, we're going to overlap this. We're going to overlap this, and this whole count's going to be killed. So it's a pretty critical area where we're at. We have the Fibonacci resistance. We have a great wave count. We have a lower target. Futures are down the last time I looked. Let's see where they are now. Down 11 and a quarter. So if we do drop from here, it's a perfect fit. And you get an impulse down. I think all these lows are going to fall, perhaps faster than you might think possible. But if we continue up here, I think this whole idea is going to fall apart, and we're not going to know which one happens until the open tomorrow. Signals I have are mixed. Tomorrow's pattern has really low. It could still gap up. Mixed signals, we'll use these rules. Positive, the low of day was the first bar, high day and the last. Usually, not always, usually you get follow through when that happens. That's a bullish pattern. But it's negative, we have a lower target. Either you gap up smartly or it's favored to print, even though it didn't work today. There's strong Fibonacci resistance at today's high. Breakover resistance did not start by gapping up, and usually, not always, leads to a retest of the resistance area, but that doesn't mean it happens tomorrow. Volume shrank. The wall into the close completed a 5-wave impulse, makes us vulnerable to dropping right from the open. So I think the opening trade's going to tell the story. Either an impulsive move down when all this could be erased fast, or we continue higher and the whole wave count's killed. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what happens at tomorrow's open. Hopefully we'll see 44.6294 and my count's going to work, but hoping doesn't make it so. We have to wait to see how we open. And that's today's call.